How did a 16-year-old boy who ran away from a farm build one of the most powerful companies in history? This is the story of Henry Ford. Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, on a small farm in Springwells Township, Michigan. His father, William Ford, was an Irish immigrant, and his mother, Mary, was born to Belgian immigrant parents. Like most boys raised on farms at that time, Henry was expected to grow up and take over the family land. But there was one problem. Henry Ford hated farming. While others cared about crops and animals, Henry was fascinated by machines. He constantly asked questions. How does this work? Why does it move? Can it be improved? His curiosity was unstoppable. When Henry was 12 years old, his father gave him a pocket watch. Instead of simply using it, Henry took it apart piece by piece and then put it back together. Soon, neighbors were bringing him their broken watches to repair. Without formal training, he became known as a skilled young mechanic. In 1875, Henry witnessed something that changed his life: a steam-powered road engine moving under its own power. It was the first self-moving machine he had ever seen that wasn't pulled by horses. That moment sparked a dream. Machines could replace animal power. Tragedy struck in 1876 when his mother died. Henry was deeply attached to her. After her death, farm life felt even more unbearable. At age 16, he left home and moved to Detroit to work as an apprentice machinist. In Detroit, Ford worked long hours in machine shops, learning everything he could about engines and mechanical systems. He wasn't wealthy, educated, or well-connected, but he was determined. He often studied at night and experimented in his spare time. By the early 1890s, Ford was working as an engineer for the Edison Illuminating Company. His promotion to chief engineer gave him both stability and the freedom to experiment with gasoline engines. Around this time, he met Thomas Edison. When Ford told Edison about his automobile experiments, Edison encouraged him to continue. In 1896, after years of trial and error, Henry Ford built his first working automobile, the quadricycle. It was a simple, lightweight vehicle, powered by a gasoline engine. Ford drove it through the streets of Detroit, proving that his idea worked. But success did not come immediately. Ford's first automobile company, founded in 1899, failed. The cars were too expensive and poorly built. Investors lost patience. His second company also collapsed after disagreements with partners. Many people would have quit. Ford didn't. Instead, he learned from his failures. He realized that automobiles would only succeed if they were affordable, simple, and reliable. He wasn't interested in building luxury cars for the rich. He wanted to build a car for ordinary people. In 1903, with just $28,000 from a small group of investors, Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company. This time, his vision was clear: produce high-quality cars at low prices. The breakthrough came in 1908 with the introduction of the Model T. The Model T was strong, easy to drive, easy to repair, and affordable. Unlike other cars of the time, it was designed for everyday families, farmers, and workers. Demand exploded. But Ford's real genius was not just in designing the car, it was in how he built it. In 1913, he introduced the moving assembly line. Instead of workers building an entire car in one place, the car moved along a conveyor belt while each worker performed one specific task. Production time dropped dramatically. Costs fell. Prices dropped even further. As prices decreased, more people could afford cars. As more cars were sold, Ford produced more, lowering costs even further. It was a powerful cycle. By 1918, half of all cars in the United States were Model Ts. Henry Ford had achieved what many thought was impossible. He had turned the automobile from a luxury invention into a tool for the common person. From a farm boy who disliked plowing fields to the man who put the world on wheels, Ford's early life was a story of curiosity, persistence, failure, and bold vision. He didn't invent the automobile. He reinvented how the world would use it.